More than 4 million people in South Africa have bipolar disorder. It causes severe mood swings that can go from manic highs to deep depression. As the world celebrates World Bipolar Day today, experts hope to raise awareness and reduce stigma around this condition. March 30 was chosen as its painter, Vincent van Gogh's birthday. He was believed to have been bipolar. For more on this condition, we're joined by clinical psychologist Siphelele Nguse. Very good morning to you. Why should we be marking this day today? What's the importance of it?
Good morning, and thanks for the question. It's important because it seeks to raise awareness on bipolar, and it seeks to destigmatize not only bipolar but mental illnesses at large. It also seeks to raise awareness amongst people that live with bipolar, those who are loved ones, those who are colleagues, those who live in society. And also what it seeks to do further than that is that it seeks to put some pressure on our government and all those that are involved in terms of access to mental health care. As you may know, that majority of South Africans who live with mental illnesses are unable to access health care. So this day and other days seeks to raise that awareness and the need for further resources to be channeled towards mental illness and mental health.
Tell us more about bipolar, what it feels like, what it does to somebody.
Okay, bipolar falls within the cluster of what we may call as mood disorders. What it does is that it shifts the person's mood or affect. In some cases, you may find that it swings, as you have said, from manic episodes to depressive episodes. During the manic episodes, the individual may find that they have less need for sleep. They may spend money excessively. They might engage in drugs. They might have inflated self-esteem. They might do a lot of more cold, direct head things. And there's also that excessive energy that comes with manic episodes. So if one was to use a colloquial way of understanding it, it's some form of a high. And when you look at some depressive episodes, it's more on the less high, where there's less need for activities that they used to enjoy before. There's social withdrawal, there's fearfulness, there's a lot of inability to function cognitively and do the things that they used to enjoy before, as I've said. And it also affects individuals' relationships, their ability to cope in terms of work, leisure, and in their interpersonal relationships. So bipolar is a swing between those two. You find that in some cases a person can have a manic episode which might be followed by a depressive episode, or in some cases they may not necessarily go in that particular order. But in order for an individual to be diagnosed with bipolar disorder, one needs to have experienced a manic episode in their lifetime, at least once or two times.
Okay, so if you feel that you are suffering from this or know somebody who is suffering from this, I mean, I know it's relatively simple to tackle, isn't it? I mean, there are very effective meds. Tell us what people should do. There's that important message that we've been showing there that people aren't alone. So what should the first step be, and tell us how important the meds are?
Okay, meds are one way of treating bipolar. There's also psychotherapy. There's also which is what we usually do not look at more intently, which is social support. The meds work in terms of regulating the neurotransmitters, and psychotherapy, which is what we do as clinical psychologists, we look at how we can equip the individual with better coping skills and how to understand themselves and how to be more empowered to deal with the illness that they may be faced with. And in terms of the social parts, is to look at how their friends and families can be able to assist them in dealing with the situation that they may be faced with. So let me make an example with the current period that we are in terms of COVID. You may find that majority of people are no longer going to work. And in some cases, you may find that their colleagues will be the ones that would notice that, okay, something is wrong with so-and-so. So what is happening with them? And those people will be able to raise concerns. So now people are more isolated, working from home, unable to interact with their friends and families and loved ones. So it becomes quite difficult. But to go to your question, how one can be able to deal with bipolar, the first thing is to go to a clinic or go to the nearest health facility. In most cases, most clinics do have clinical psychologists, in as much as they are quite a small number. Some go on maybe a weekly basis, but they can go and get maybe a diagnosis, or even go to a general medical practitioner who may be able to diagnose them. And if there is a need for further referral, they can then be referred to a mental health institution or a psychiatric hospital, which deals particularly with mental illness.
All right, let's leave it there. And very good to talk to you, Siphelele Nguse. Important information.
Thank you.